Okay, and welcome to our Doings live show. And today we are going to have an introduction about how much investment of the oil sludge pyrolysis project. If you are interested in it, you can have a wait, and later I will show you about the whole project, whole design of our equipment. And if you want to know more details or data about this whole project, you can contact with us by the WhatsApp or email. So you can, or if you have any questions, you can send your message or your problem to us in a comment place, and I'll answer you. So welcome to our Doings live show. And now the 3D video is about the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, coal tar sludge, aluminium plastic pyrolysis plant. And this kind of equipment, we can get the flue oil and the carbon black or other product like the steel wire, aluminium from it. And this have very high profit. You can have a look about this kind of equipment. And this now shows us is the purification, the gas purification. Well, the only pollution that our equipment have is about the released gas. So we have some device to solve this kind of problem about the desulfurization tower or the other removal system. So this is only pollution that our equipment have, and we have the problem to solve it. And other pollution like the soil, the pollution or to soil or the water pollution is not have in this kind of equipment. All the water in the whole project are recycled and not waste. So if you are interested in this or if you are worried about the pollution, you want an environmental friendly equipment, you can have a know about this this kind of project, the Doing company. And welcome to our live show. So during this kind of project, if you have any questions, you can comment. And we are the Chinese company. Our company is located at Henan province, China, and we have our own factory. It's nearby our company, and it's nearly 20,000 square meters. 40,000 square meters. So you can have a look and know more details about the whole line of this equipment. The 3D video show us is about the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, we have three kinds of project, three kinds of the equipment. We are the manufacturer. The whole line, the whole configurations of us are all built by our own factory. And the three kinds of equipment, the first one, the 3D video show us, is the batch type pyrolysis plant. And we also have the fully continuous waste tire, plastic, aluminium plastic pyrolysis plant, and the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, the raw materials and the designs kind of difference between this kind of three equipment. So you can tell us your raw material, your quantity of your material, and our sales manager will give you some plan about your configurations and which kind of equipment that you can choose and what efficiency that can reach to a higher efficiency. So the whole line, it includes the feeding system and the pyrolysis system, the charging system, condensing system, and the gas purification system, this kind of system. And the configurations kind of different between different raw materials. For example, if your raw material is the oil sludge, then we can use the oil pump or the auto removal auto feeder or the conveying belt to put our raw material in the pyrolysis system. And this is a feeding area. And about the pyrolysis, the furnace, the raw material is kind of different, using the stainless steel or just the blower plate. This kind of different due to different raw material. For example, if your material is the oil sludge, well, it's kind of the pyrolysis temperature, the combustion temperature is higher than the tire and plastic that we need. So this is one reason, and the other reason is it is made some corrosive, corrosive situation. So we need the stainless steel to build the furnace, and now it's showless is the furnace. Now is the furnace inside, and outside it is an insulation cover. So the raw material, we will put it and use the burner to heat it. If our material is the oil sludge, and we need the temperature reach to more than 400 degree. While the waste tire, the best temperature to have the flue gas is 280 to 320. It's kind of different, the different design. And now is the condensation system. Well, we have two designs. The 3D video shows us is the tube design, tube condensers, and we also have the water tank condensers. The condensed area is the same, but some detailed design is different. For example, the difficulties of installation and the transportation and the ways to condense the oil is kind of different. Well, if you chose the tube condensers, it's also kind of different between the batch type pyrolysis plant and the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. For example, the batch type pyrolysis plant, we have 7 condensers. The vertical condensers, 4 vertical condensers, and very beginning, the first step and the fourth step, and we have 1 oil water separator and 2 horizontal condensers. This is the condensing system of the batch type. If you chose the fully continuous, we have this kind of condensers. The first is the buffer tank, and then is 3 condensed buffer tank condensing system, and then we have 3 or 4 vertical condensers. So there's not the horizontal condensers and the oil water separator in the fully continuous. But if you chose the water tank condensers, it's a little bit different. Well, these are pipe in just a big tank. We can have a picture. And now it shows us is the desulfurization tower to purify the sulfur dioxide and other bad smell that is pollution to the environment and have a harmful for the people's body, a human body. So during this kind of equipment, the gas waste released, it can reach to the standard of the policy. In different policy, we have different plan. We can give you an analysis about the plan, about the policy to your region. And now this is the water tank. You can choose different capacity, and this is much smaller. If your tire we have to pyrolysis each day is like 10 tons or 5 tons per day, we can choose a smaller one, and we can choose a bigger one if your tire or your oil sludge is much more larger. Your capacity is larger to maybe 4 or 15 or 20 tons. You can see this. Well, this customer's raw material is a coal tar sludge. So its products is the flue oil and the coal powder and the rubber powder. They use a water tank, and it shows the batch type pyrolysis plant. Okay, let's go on. And if you have any questions about our equipment, you can let me know in the comment place, or if you are interested in it, you can contact with us by the WhatsApp or the email. Okay, let's go on. And about today's topic, the investment of the oil sludge pyrolysis plant, we will show you. Well, the first investment is the machine you bought for different type, for different capacity. We have different investment. For example, if you choose the batch type pyrolysis plant, well, the capacity and the design is smaller than the fully continue, so the investment is much more lower than the fully continue, but the efficiency of the fully continue is much more larger. So this is kind of different. So the batch type is kind of cheaper than the semi-continuous, and the semi-continuous is cheaper than the fully continuous. This is a prices and investment. And the detailed quotation, if you want to know, you can contact with us and to let us know your raw material and your capacity you want to buy, and our sales manager will give you a quotation. And this is the environment, and we also need some license. This is other investment. Well, for example, in China, we need a different license between the hazardous waste and the solid waste. So we need to come to different bureau to have this license, to have the certificate. This is kind of license, a kind of investment. And other investment, for example, our project belongs to the petrochemical industry. So we need the petrochemical factory to have this in China, and this is another investment. For example, if your raw material is the hazardous waste and the policy is much more strict, you must need the petrochemical industry. And if your material is the solid waste, maybe you can choose other chemical industry or other factory. Well, it's different. It's belong to different policy in different province or different countries. If you want to know your policy, you can contact with us, and our sales manager will give you an introduction. Because we have our equipment from more than 120 countries. So you can, our sales manager will have a know about the policy between different countries. And if you want to know the for example, if you want to come and visit the client's factory in your continent or in your country, you can also contact with us, and we need to talk to the client's boss and to have a visit later. Or if you want to come to our own factory, you can welcome and come at any time. Now we are in China, and the central of China, Henan province. So the transport is very convenient to come here by the flying and the high-speed train. You can come and visit. And now in Henan province have many kind of this manufacturer of the pyrolysis plant, and you can have a comparison about the details, the advantage of different machine have. So this is kind of investment. The investment of the machine. Later I will show you why there are some difference between these configurations, and the land or the factory you need to invest, and the license, we want to get the license, we need to have some investment. Okay, and let's show you more details about our machine. The first one is the raw material and the oil yields of different machine and different material. Well, the most common raw material that we can see is the waste tire. The tire's raw material, the oil yield is from 35 to 52. I can see here 35 to 52. Well, this depends on different tire you have. For example, the big tire from the truck or the car, the oil yield is much more higher, but the tire from the bicycle, motorbike, the oil yield is 35 to 50. This is the oil yield we have, and the data is very clear about the tire because there are many this kind of factory, and the inside the product is very clear about the tire. For example, we have 35% of the carbon black, nearly 35%, and 15% of the steel wire, and 10% of the gas, the tail gas from the rubber tire. But if your raw material is with plastic, we can't get a real oil yield or a real carbon black product for different plastic, because the plastic waste have different type and different situation. We have the PP, PE, PS, ABS for different raw material, and most of the plastic that we get is from the garbage in our daily life. So then maybe have some rock, bricks, or other rubber, other material that counts to be pyrolysis and inside our plastic. So the oil yield is we can't make sure, but if you have this kind of material, you can send your plastic to our factory and have a test, have experiment. We have our machine to give you a free service to know the oil yield that your plastic have. So this is kind of different. For example, if you have the paper mill waste and the oil sludge, if there are not much water contained in it, then the oil yield can reach to 60%. But if you have the wet paper mill waste, there are much more water in it, the oil yield is only 20%. This is kind of different. If your material is the pure PPPPS plastic, then the oil yield can reach to 90%. But this pure plastic, most of our clients will not use this pure plastic to pyrolysis it to oil. Maybe have the deep processing. So the material that we can get, plastic, is also always the garbage between our daily life or the construction garbage. So this is the plastic, and later is the oil sludge and the coal tar oil. Well, this two material is also called hazardous waste, and in China, we need to process more than 30,000 tons per year. If your capacity can reach to this data, then you are allowed to have this project. If your raw material is the tire or plastic, we need to reach to a standard that we have 20,000 tons per year. Though the policy is different and it's much more stricter in China between other, for example, in Africa or in South America. So you can type your region, your country, in our comment place, and later I will show. I can tell you if they have our equipment in your region, or if what the policy is in your country. Is there any subsidies or some processing fee to give you in your country? Okay, and this is the aluminium plastic. Well, this is the other kind of solid waste. It's very common in our daily life, the pails, plastic. And if your material is aluminium plastic, we can not only get the plastic flue oil, but also we can get the aluminium ingot. This aluminium ingot is much more expensive than the flue oil. We can sell it to have a high profit. And now, recent days in China, the aluminium plastic is higher. So you have a big market, and you can have a know. In China, the most of the aluminium ingot factory, aluminium plastic factory is in Hunan province and Jiangxi province, Fujian province, this kind of places. Well, these are three equipment that our company have. The first one is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. I will show you the difference and the advantages between this different machine. And if you want to know more details of each equipment, you can type. For example, you can say, I want to know more about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant because it has biggest efficiency. Then I will show you more pictures and 3D videos and a real video for you. The fully continuous, you can see this is a picture that the raw material is the waste tire in Chongqing province in China. And this capacity is 50 tons, the biggest one. Most of our clients that have the fully continuous will choose the 50 tons. It have two sections of the furnace. Outside is the installation cover to prevent the gas release from the burning chamber and to protect the temperature to save the heating energy. And then this is the feeder, and this here is the outlet to discharge carbon black, and this is outlet door of the gas that we process, and the flue gas will return through the condensation system. Then we can get the oil. The equipment advantages: fully automatically PLC system, and continuous production for 24 hours. While for the fully continue, we can work for 45 to 60 days without stop. But if you choose the batch type, then we need to stop the processing and cool down the reactor and discharge the carbon black at a common temperature. But the fully continue, we can discharge the carbon black at a high temperature, nearly 200 or 300 degree, so the efficiency is much more higher. And the peak processing capacity, the fully continuous is 50 tons, and the batch type, the biggest one, is 15 or 20 tons. Time and labor saving, I just say that here we have the PLC system, so we don't need much more labor. We only need 1 or 2 labor in the feeding system and 1 or 2 labor in the discharging system. And the whole pyrolysis system, we don't need any labor. It can run automatically. Okay, and let's see a real video of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. By the way, the fully continuous, we need to ensure it can feed and discharge at the same time. So we need some pre-process to process the tire to the tire rubber powder, and to remove the steel wire from the powder in it. So this video will show how to remove the steel wire, how to crash the tire to the rubber powder, and how to feed the rubber powder in the pyrolysis reactor. You can see this is the raw material of the whole tire. The quantity maybe 17 to 20 tire is 1 ton. You can see this is a tire. The capacity that these customers have is 100 ton of the tire for 1 day. So this is the crusher that to crush the tire to the particles, the block, the tire block. We'll store here, wait for the other shredding. This step needs 1 worker. And now the tire block will use this tire belt, the conveying belt, to put it into the vibrating shredder. Well, this customers chose 2 lines of the shredding to reach to a high efficiency. This is a vibrating shredder, shredding to vibrate the smaller particles into this conveying belt. You can see the mesh is much more smaller. The final products of the tire rubber powder is 16 to 18 mesh. And this is the crushing machine to crush it into more smaller particles, smaller pieces. And this is a circling. If you have a string inside in it, and the smaller mesh, smaller rubber powder will fall down to the this conveying belt, and the larger block will go to the second or third thread. And now we have this, you can see the small steel wire in it, and we will use this magnetic machine to separate, to remove the steel wire. So when the raw material put into the pyrolysis reactor, there are only the rubber powder, not the tire, not the steel wire for the fully continue. But if you use the batch type pyrolysis plant, we put the whole tire in it, so the steel wire is also be combustion. So the quality is kind of different between the quality of the products. The steel wire is kind of different between you use the batch type and the semi-continue and fully continue. So you can see there is now not more dust in it, and we use the sealed design to convey this powder into the pyrolysis plant. These are all underground. Use the wind conveyor or the screw conveyor to convey this raw material. This is a lift conveying winch. There are screws in it, and the powder will lift here, and they can see. We'll throw this long winch to the to the pyrolysis factory here. You can see this is no more dust, no more pollution of the dust and the gas. The customers that showed in this video have 2 lines of the 15 tons fully continuous waste tire pyrolysis plant. It can produce, I can see the rubber powder here, the black one. The capacity is 100 tons per day. We will use this winch and the horizontal feeding winch to put the powder into the reactor. This is the feeding doors. Well, if you use the fully continuous or the semi-continue, the only feeding way is to use the winch to put the powder in it, or the plastic small particles. If you chose the batch type pyrolysis plant, we can use the auto feeder, use the bump control, or use the conveying belt. It's also suitable for the batch type. But for the fully continue, we only need the winch. Or if your raw material is the liquid state oil sludge, we can use the oil pump. And this is a reactor, whole reactor. Cover it is installation cover. It have the cement, the fire-resistant cotton in it. And this is a burner. For the fully continue, we have 8 burner and 10 tail gas burner. We have 2 sections. In the middle of it is a temperature-resistant tub to have a support of this reactor. Because it's much more longer than the batch type, we have design of this tub. And outside the tub is the lubricating oil and the cooling water. Now this is the outlet and the discharging area. You can see it is now working, it is now rotating. The speed of it is reach to 3 or 3.5 a circle 1 minute. And this is the discharging range. Outside it is a water cover to cool down the temperature, because if we pack it in a high temperature, it will have some problem of the safety. So we can just cool down the carbon black at a normal temperature. More lower than 30 degrees is enough. And now this is the buffer tank condensing system and the horizontal condensers. Below it is the temporary storing tank to store the oil. Later I will show you, and we can show there is a door. We can see the oil. The storage is 2 tanks of each tank. And when it is full, we will use the auto oil pump to pump it. And this is the oil we can get. The quality is much more higher. The flue oil, we can use it at the cement factory, glass factory, brick factory. And this is the tire oil. The color is white or yellow. But if you choose the plastic pyrolysis, the quality is much more pure. The plastic oil, the heating energy can reach to 9,000 kcal each kilogram, and the tire oil, the heating energy can reach to more than 300 kcal each kilogram. The starting area, we can just pack it at the same time when it is pyrolysis, and now we need 1 worker or 2 workers, so it's much more labor saving. So you can see that the whole pyrolysis line, we don't need any worker. It's all run automatically. We have a controlling machine to control all this whole line to work. And outside the factory is the purification system. The sulfurization tower, to purify the sodium dioxide, carbon dioxide. This is a glass fiber stuffed sulfurization tower. And the policy of different regions is different between the gas released standard, but our equipment can reach to different policy. Well, we can give you the plan of different configurations. This is kind of different between each policy about the investment. Now this is the oil storage area. the bigger tank. The oil is a flue oil we can use at heating energy at the glass factory, bricks factory. And if you want to refine it, we can also get the non-standard diesel used at the agricultural machine, mining machine, or the ferry generator. And this is the cooling pool, the water cooling pool, cooling tower to lower the temperature of this cooling water. And we can use the pump, the water pump, to pump it into the condensation system, so there is no water waste. The oil water we are recycled it to use. This is a whole line. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment place. And this is a 3D video, a 3D layout. So each continent's configuration is kind of different because their factory is different, the requirements of different raw material, and the capacity is different. So the configuration of the pyrolysis design and the sulfurization system is a little bit different. If you want to know the configurations or the quotation, you can contact with us. Now, in the comment place, have the WhatsApp and the email. You can just contact with us directly, or you can leave your WhatsApp, leave your email, telephone to us privately, and our sales manager will give you an introduction. You can see this is a feeding system, just at the video show. Pyrolysis reactor for 26 meters of for the 50 tons per day capacity. Slugging system and the buffer chamber. The condensation system include the buffer chamber, buffer cooling chamber, and the vertical condensers. Buffer chamber is can have the effect to slow down the speed of the flue gas, and we can have a full to ensure it condensed all the oil, all the flue oil, and all the removal system to purify the tail gas, and the tail gas can return to the reactor at the heating energy. So we only need our own heating energy, like the syngas, like the natural gas or the flue oil for 8 hours, and the next few days we only need the tail gas to burn, to have a combustion of this furnace. Water seal device. Well, this is kind of safety device. We also have the vacuum device and the temperature test and the pressure test in the whole line to protect. We are production it to have the production in a safe environment. If you're worried about safety product, or if you're worried about is there any explosion of it or the gas release dangerous, so you can contact with us, and our sales manager will give you an introduction. Before this live show, we will have some live show topic about is there any safety device in the whole line, or how to reach the standards of the environmental policy, and other topic. For example, what is advantages of the fully continue? You can follow us, and we will show you different questions that you are worried about and you are concerned. And this is the second equipment, the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. The advantages: automatic feeding, high efficiency, energy saving, and good performance. The biggest capacity is 20 tons per day. The raw material is also the rubber powder. We can have 3 furnaces of the raw material for 2 days. This is its efficiency of the semi-continuous. And we can also discharge the carbon black at the same time when it's pyrolysis. So we don't need to cool down the reactor for a few hours. It's much more high efficiency. We save all our production time. It's much more similar than the batch type of the furnace. It have a smaller reactor to discharge the carbon black. The third one is the batch type pyrolysis plant. Most of our clients will choose this 12 tons or 15 tons of the capacity. The advantages: easy operation, cost effective, and good stability, multiple use. While your material is oil sludge or the coal tar sludge, we all can use the batch type pyrolysis plant, or the whole tire, the mixed garbage of the plastic. And now you can see the details, the 3D layout. Any questions? You can type. This is the surface machine that our company have, the unit that the capacity is 100 kilogram and 500 kilogram. Most of the client that chose this pyrolysis unit will use that itself, private using or use at examination, want to know the data. Some college will buy this. By our plant unit. Well, this is much more similar than the batch type, just the capacity is different. And this is a unit, so the installation is much more easier. Okay, you can see that a free installation, cost saving, easy handling, and test available. And the final products and the applications of our raw material is different. If you choose the tire, and we can get the flue oil, syngas, carbon black, and the steel wire. We can all sold it directly, or we can have a deep processing. For example, the flue oil you can use at the boiler heating, or can refine to the diesel, use at the oil generator or the ferry. Syngas, we can just use it directly to purify it and burn it directly at the reactor. And the odor removal system, the purify system of the syngas, is our patent. You can only have this kind of design in our own factory, so you can have a visit if you want to know this detail. The burn it. Aluminium ingot, you can sold it directly. Well, in China, the aluminium has reached to the prices more than 10,000 each ton RMB. So the market is different. You can have an inquiry about your prices, your market in your own regions. The steel wire, we can sew that, scrap, or remelt it. If your material is the tire, we can get 15% of the steel wire. And this is the profit analysis. You can have a look. Well, this is based on the internet and feedback of our customers. So the detailed analysis, you can contact with us. Let's show you more pictures about our equipment, and you can have a clear image. This is the oil sludge pyrolysis plant for batch type. This is the name of our company and the logo. We are the Doing Group, and in China it's called Dongying. This is a pyrolysis reactor, and this is a condensing. You can see here, this is cooling water. It's now waiting for installation. Water tank of different type, and this is a gas type. Our engineer will come to your factory to help the installation and worker training. This is the starting system. That's the carbon black that we pyrolysis will go underground, and after this lifting winch to this storage, and the trunk can go through it, and the carbon black will discharge to the trunk and can wait for not a deep pyrolysis. Deep process. The gas removal system. Well, this customer's configurations of the desulfurization system is highest quality. The gas release can reach the standards of the Shanxi province. It uses the oil pump to pump the oil sludge and coal tar sludge into the reactor. Don't need any workers. It's all automatically. This is the oil storage tank. We can see another factory. You can have a look, and if you want to know more details, you can type, and I can give you some pictures and videos to show you. This is a fully continuous. We just show you the video. Reactor. This is a 3D layout. You can see the production environment is much more clean. It's clean without dust and gas. We are also use the sealed design to ensure there's no more dust when we discharge the carbon black and feed the tire rubber powder. You can see some data. This is the installation of the batch type. Have the fire-resistant cotton and the cement. Outside is a steel cover. You can use a steel plate or the stainless steel. This is the capacity is much more smaller, 10 kilogram, 100 kilogram, 500 kilogram, or 1 ton. You can buy this for private use. The reactor, condensation system, oil tank, and the water sealed. This is a unit. It's much more easier for installation and transportation. If you want to have some experiment, you can buy this. Transportation picture. We have the cooperate company for transportation for more than 10 years. So you can trust us. We are founded in 2011. So this is all we can show in today's live show. And if you are interested in our factory and our manufacturing, you can contact with us. And thank you for your watching today. You can contact with us by the WhatsApp or email, or you can follow our website. So welcome to contact with us, and thank you for your watching today. I will make sure there's no more questions today, and I will end today's live show. Thank you for your watching, and have a nice day. Okay, so this is all the introduction about today's live show. Thank you for your watching. Goodbye.